Dobagdan, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. I'll do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. I had somebody comment a couple of days ago that I say the same thing every single day. First of all, it's not true. Secondly, honestly, the energies aren't going to change overnight. It's just, they're not. I mean, I do these every day because, people like a good check-in. But a lot of times, yeah, sometimes the energy is just the same, and it is what it is, I have also noticed that a lot of times what happens, at least with me, and I've actually noticed this with other readers too, it's like we will experience something, or we will experience a shift, or we will notice a shift, and then it's like the collective experiences it. So it's almost like we are kind of the guinea pigs, like we kind of experience things first, and the reason for that is, of course, so that we can help guide the rest of the collective through it. If there's a lesson that's there, we can kind of give you deeper insight as to why that is. And that's the reason why we're on the front lines. I know Kayla, Wicked Virgo, is the same way. She'll feel shifts, and then she'll say stuff about it, and then it'll happen. It's kind of interesting how that works. So I will say that I have been feeling this sense of peace here recently, like a freedom almost. And it's interesting because David with Soul Mission mentioned that he's also feeling a freedom. And I was like, yeah, I've been feeling that for a couple of days. Just kind of feeling like, whatever's going to be is going to be. I've freed myself from any stress surrounding it. I'm just going to let whatever's going to happen, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what surrender is, okay? So I definitely feel a shift as far as freedom, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace. Like inner balance, literally returning to the collective after a long period of resistance, like just feeling like completely out of control, unable to maintain control of oneself even. The first half of this year has been absolutely chaotic. There's been so much confusion energy. There's just been so much karma being cleared, just so much stuff coming up at the beginning of this year. And I feel like the second half of this year, while I don't necessarily feel it's going to be easy, I do feel, because we're shifting perspectives, because we're shifting perception, a lot of us are, okay, that it's going to make it seem easier because we're in a place of surrender. We're in a place of faith, right? Where we're not trying to control it. And I think that the beginning part of this year, it was that we were all trying to control things. We were all trying to control what was happening, and then finally realizing that we can't. We have surrendered, and that's where we need to be. Okay, so taking a look here, the energies, it says called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up, and some of you, yes, this is where you're going. And I know I mentioned before how some of you are just confused about your journey. You're like, why are you taking me here? I thought you were taking me here, right? But that's control. That's ego coming in. Just, maybe you were going this way for a while, but now you're being pushed this way for a reason, okay? And it could be because you need to step into mission. Some of you are being guided toward mission right now, and that's good. Okay, some of you have been seeking mission for a long time, and it keeps eluding you. Now it's like a door is opening, and some of you are confused by this. Some of you are like, but I didn't know that's what my mission should be. I never thought that would be my mission. I wanted my mission to be this. Release control. Release control. Okay, go where you're guided. Okay, because there's potential here. You have potential, and the universe sees that. And just because it took you this way for a little while, maybe there was a lesson here you needed to learn. Maybe there's something here that you needed to learn in order to help you with your journey that's over here, or help you with your mission that's over here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, my mission has taken me all over the place, but I realize why it's doing that is it's because it's teaching me certain things that I need to know in order to make my mission what it is. Do you see? So that's one thing that I've learned. So I feel that's happening for a lot of you right now. You kind of feel like you're being taken off the beaten path, but in reality, it's like you're returning to the path. Okay? Okay, so yeah, and some of you are angry by this. There's some anger coming in here, and anger is kind of a part of fear, right? So some of you, there's some major inner conflict about where the journey is taking you right now. And this is what's confusing you, okay? And you need to release that anger, okay? You need to release that confusion energy. And some of you are just angry because you're confused. Some of you are angry because it's not going the way you want. Again, you're not in control, right? But you have to understand the whole point of this is soul growth, okay? You have to release the expectations. You have to release control, okay? Some of you need to do some light body meditations, okay? Some of you need to get really in tune with your light body right now, especially if you're going through ascension, if you're going through awakening, whatever, okay? I feel that happening. And so kind of like a light body activation happening, okay? And if you're not sure what that is, definitely do some research on it. Give you some insight into that, okay? Alright, so taking a look at Divine Masculine. Yeah, Divine Masculine again, feeling not in control of himself. Absolutely not in control of himself. Wanting to take a leap, but he feels held back here. And that's been the energy for Divine Masculine here for a while. Feeling out of control, completely out of control. A lot of what's going on with Divine Masculine, things aren't working out the way that he wanted them to. He thought he had control over the situation, and realizing he doesn't have control over the situation, that's where the anger and the frustration is coming in. Some of that being translated into sexual energy, being felt by Divine Feminine, okay? Divine Masculine is completely in like his ego is in death throes. Does that make sense? His ego's in complete death throes at this point. Like, he's just like, I don't know what's true. I have no idea. Like, some of them are taking a look at their situations now, wherever they're at, okay? Whatever situation they're in, whether it's a partnership, a family, a job, whatever, they're taking a look at the situation that they're at now, and they're just looking at it. They're just like, this doesn't seem real. Some of them are incredibly detached from their situation, like completely and emotionally detached. A lot of them, people around them notice this. They notice that they're different, okay? And that's because they've gone through this awakening. They've gone through this ascension, okay? And a lot of them know what's happening now. A lot of them are psychically in tune with the universe at this point. They're getting a lot of downloads. They're getting visions. They're getting nudges, literally nudges from the universe. Okay, but so the ego's coming in going, no, you gotta go this way, right? But yeah, I mean, they're just looking at their situation going, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And some of them are just sitting there like completely detached and just sitting there going through the motions. Like, not even knowing how to change their situation. Just literally like they're watching a movie. Like they're watching a movie of their life and they're not even participating in that at all. Like tunnel vision, right? They're just kind of watching it from afar, even though they're in the thick of it. Does that make sense? So it's like they're actually trying to detach here, and that's the intuition coming in and stepping in place of the ego, which has been broken down, or is being broken down, has been for a while. Let's be honest, and intuition coming in, his spiritual side coming in, his higher self coming in, going, yeah, take a look at this. Take a look at this objectively, Divine Masculine. Take a look at this without emotion attached. Take a look at this without your insecurities attached. Take a look at this without expectations attached. What do you see? Codependency. Bingo. Codependency. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay? And so that's the lesson there. That's the spiritual lesson. And so what's this doing? This is, again, helping to break down what's remaining of the ego. And ego has its place, okay? Ego has its place. Intuition has its place. You're going to use each one of them respectively in when it's appropriate. Okay, you can't be too much in one, too much in the other. You have to have balance of both. But what's been happening with Divine Masculine's ego has been completely controlling his life. Okay, and so this is where intuition is stepping in. This is where spirituality is stepping in. This is where the universe is stepping in and being like, look at this. Do you see now? Do you understand now? Okay, do you understand why you need to release this? Okay, it's time to manifest your new beginning, Divine Masculine. It's time to get out of this. Stop holding yourself back here. Release this. Release it. The only way to move forward is to release it. Sorry. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's take a look at Divine Feminine. I mean, this is actually huge, I do feel, for Divine Masculine. being this way, and actually look, again, changing perspective. That's exactly what's happening right now. The perspective is changing for Divine Masculine as well. Okay, he's going out of emotion, out of neediness, out of insecurity, and out of codependency, and into his spiritual self, his light body, his natural state. Okay, away from the distortions. Okay, and this is what's helping him to clear all of these things. And this is interesting because Divine Feminine also has 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so mirroring right here. Okay, so Divine Feminine also stepping out of her distortions. Divine Feminine finally stepping out of her distortions that have been keeping her stuck. Okay, understanding that she herself has been holding everything hostage. Literally hostage. She's been holding her mission hostage. She's been holding herself hostage. She's been holding movement hostage, right? She's been holding the connection hostage. Why or how? By just, not dealing with what she needs to deal with, not releasing what she needs to release. And some of you, it does have to do with the connection. Some of you still have not fully released control of the connection. You haven't done it. You haven't. Free yourself. Free yourself from this. Okay? Energetically free yourself. You'll be a heck of a lot better off, trust me. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, in order to move forward, you have to free yourself. That's it. That's it, right there. That's the message for Divine Feminine right there. In order to move forward, you must release the connection, okay? Once you do that, you will find that fire up under your butt and you'll be able to move forward. Okay, boom, High Priestess. Look, more mirroring here, guys. Look at that. Okay, you've got to release. You got to do it. You got to release the connection, okay? Now, some of you, this is twin flame connection. Some of you, it's a soulmate connection. Whatever, take it as it resonates. Okay, but a lot of you, it has to do with the actual, like, twin flame connection. If you're a twin flame and that's why you're here, you got to release the twin flame connection, okay? And this is what intuition is pushing you to do. This is what the universe is pushing you to do. This is what your higher self is pushing you to do. Step into your power. Release the need. Release the need for communication. Release the need for union. See what I'm saying? Okay? Release it. 4 of Crystals. Release it. I don't think this message could be any clearer for Divine Feminine. That's the energy she's in, is releasing the need. Okay? Obviously, we always talk about codependency, but it can be shown in many, many forms. Okay? In this particular case, Divine Masculine is trying to release an external situation, a karmic situation, 3D situation, whatever you want to call it. Divine Feminine, in order to help him do that, you've got to release your connection. See how this works? It's mirroring, okay? That's how mirroring works. Okay? Divine Masculine is holding on to an external situation because Divine Feminine is holding on to the connection. Now, get message. I'm probably going to get, comments. Well, why aren't you pro-union? Yada, yada, yada. Of course I'm pro-union. Absolutely pro-union. That's not the point. Okay, you've got to release the need for union, Divine Feminine. You've got to. Okay? Otherwise, you will not move forward. And some of you had been in this energy earlier this year. Some of you had released your connections, and then you're back. It's like you've gone backwards somehow. Somehow you got triggered back into constantly wondering when union's going to happen, okay? Yeah, and look, this is a repeat card from yesterday. It was actually in the same spot, okay? So yeah, healing. That's exactly what we're healing, right? Boom. That's it. We're healing communication. I said this yesterday. Release the need for communication, okay? But that's what's being healed within the connection. That's what's being healed within the connection, okay? And that's still true today. Okay, so yeah. But I mean, I definitely feel a change in direction happening here with a lot of your connections, okay? A lot of the connections are changing. Good things are coming. Karma is being cleared. Balance is coming. That's the main thing. That's what I feel. I feel like this inner peace, this inner balance coming. But you've got to make that decision, okay, to accept the healing that's happening within the connection and to just claim victory over it and say, you know what, no more. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to balance myself. And by balancing myself, it's going to help balance the connection, okay? I need to, release the need, right? Release the need. Again, it can't be clear, okay? Release the need, okay? Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck here. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck, okay? That's what's keeping this stuck, okay? That's what's keeping this hostage is the codependency within the connection. And so, what do I say? Divine Feminine leads, right? So if Divine Feminine is stuck, Divine Masculine is going to be stuck. How do we free Divine Masculine? Divine Feminine. Take up your role. Claim victory. Move on. Okay? It will happen. Whether you want it to or not. Whether by tower or you choose to move on. Okay? The more you chase, the more it eludes. I don't know what happens. Like we flipped. We went from chaser to runner, runner to chaser, and vice versa. It's just like going back and forth. Alright, some messages from the counterparts. Always, yeah. All the time. Alright, messages and advice. Alright. Yeah, transformation. That's what I've been saying for a while. I mean, I'm talking serious transformation. These transformations are not going to happen overnight. Okay, it's like a little bit by little bit by little bit. But the main thing is changing your energy. And once you get to that, once your energy changes, your perception changes, that's when your reality changes. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. And transformations, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, both are going through transformation, but so is the connection. Okay, it's all coming together. And eventually you're going to see this. I know it doesn't make sense now, but it will eventually. Okay, it will eventually. You've got to release your need to know. Okay, but that everything that's happening is happening for a reason, and that you will achieve what you need to achieve in this lifetime. That's the whole point. Okay, and you're not alone. Okay, reach out to like-minded souls. Check out the forum. Okay, divinepisces222.com/forum. It's free. Okay, connect with other people. You know, it's the reason I started this forum, okay, is so you not feel so alone, because it does feel lonely. This journey absolutely does. But yeah, come out of your shell, guys. Come out of your shell. It's time, okay? The universe is pushing you a certain way. It's pushing you in a certain direction. Don't question it. Just go. Just go. You're being protected. Okay? You can't fail. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.